What's up, Can? Chat's working weird. One second. What was I looking at? Ah. What's up, Viet? Jeff, what's going on, man? It's going alright. It's going alright. David, what's going on, man? Yeah, we've been having a bit of a dry spell on D2. I need to step it up a little bit. Haven't been getting squat for loot. Yeah, Viet, had to crack it. Trying to decide what to run. What is this crap? I think it's that crappy grief I rolled. Yeah, that was a bad one. Let's see if we get something decent today. Yeah, it's not bad. I haven't found squat, man. Yeah, the F head striker is supposed to be the kind of the go-to weapon for the new Merc. I've found a couple of head strikers, but they all been just regular ones. Wouldn't mind trying to find an ethereal one. Don't you have to up it though? Not that that's that big a deal. Funny start. Just right out of the gate. First damn pack. I already found a Cerebus though. Yeah, I already got that off my. I got that yesterday, I think, or the day before. Viet, not really. I mean, I haven't upgraded that. The only thing I think I've upgraded, honestly, I think I upped one Viper. That's been about it. I haven't really upgraded anything else. I think I upgraded a Viper. Yeah, I think that's it. I mean, it's not that common to actually have to upgrade something. It's like the Viper upgrade's pretty common, and you don't really need to do it. But that's like the most common one. Upgrading Viper Magi to, let's see, what's it start out as? My head's blank. And you don't really hear people talking about upping very many items except for that. I guess you could if you find like a crazy rare or something. But just upgrading in general is not that. I mean, it's just not that common.
I am overburdened.
$30.15. Yeah, 40.15 is not exactly the easiest to come by. You could always replace it if you actually get a 40.15. It's kind of funny because Cooley just put out a video about jewels. Yesterday or day before. I just watched it today. I need to keep a better eye on my rare jewels. I feel like I've probably dumped something that's actually was pretty good. I found it kind of odd. He was pricing stuff in that video by jaw runes this time. Most times you hear people talking about value in burrs, but for some reason he is doing it in value in jaw runes. Unless something's flipped on like JSP or something. I thought that was kind of odd. What's up, Scrunchy? Yeah, I hear you. Lens, not really sure. I mean, it's got to be more than 220, right? I mean, 220 is a good starting point, but I guess it kind of matters what the other stats are.
I can't carry anymore. I am overburdened.
Hiding from work. Yeah, I hear you. um, I keep hearing about the one-hand bug, which I think is still a thing, though. It doesn't matter what the other second weapon is right now with the Act 5 Merc. And they might have fixed it. But right now, it's like just doubles the stats of the main hand. Somebody confirm that? I'm pretty sure that's still the case.
The Order welcomes you.
Yeah, Scrunchy. Actually, they are. Trap placement speed is based off of IAS, not cache rate. Which I always thought was kind of weird. I don't remember them following. How was that, like just an early thing? I don't remember the traps following you around. That would actually be pretty weird. My paladin, not afraid of souls. No, what I mean is, like, was it an early bug, like in original days, or was it like a D2R bug when the game first dropped? I don't bother with the merc. He dies too much, and I don't feel like. I honestly just don't feel like getting him equipped out. I mean, maybe I'll pair this guy up with the Act 5 merc next week. I do want to play around with the Act 5 merc. Maybe I'll set this guy up with the Act 5 merc and see how jacked up I could get him.
I can't carry anymore.
I think it'd be interesting. Lens, yeah, I'm pretty sure. I don't know where it is off the top of my head, but yeah, there's I've seen a couple sites when I've Googled it before where it showed all the potential modifiers you can get, that sort of thing. So I know it's out there. I just can't tell you off the top of my head where I saw it. But I think if you literally just Google potential modifiers for crafts, it probably would literally put you straight to what you need to look at. I don't even know what my resists are. I think my what are my resists on this dude? Ooh, it's not what I wanted. It's an 86 light resist. Yeah, I don't wear thunders. You wear a gold wrap on your Zon though?
I can't carry anymore. I can't carry anymore.
Seemed like yeah, I don't think I ever set up a gold wrap on my Amazon. It was always either the T-Gods or the Razor Tail. It's the only two I ever really. I didn't go Magic Find on that particular slot. Well, if you go gold wrap, do you have to dump more points for the pierce, or you just wing it without? I usually don't use a gold wrap. I have one on this dude. I upped one for this guy, but for the Arden, um, there's not really a great in-slot belt that you like really need. So I just upped the gold wrap for that slot. Because plus skills doesn't help with the auras, so you don't need like an Arax or anything. So this slot's kind of wide open. In fact, everything outside of your aura slots, these four, it's pretty wide open what you want to run. So I do end up going like I got Chansey's gold wrap and Trav's just magic finding cross here. I do run a Raven instead of dual Nagels, but I mean technically I could run a second Nagel and just not worry about the cannot be frozen. Mars for resists. But it seems like if you don't run a Razor Tail on a Zon, you kind of have to dump more points there, right? Yeah, I mean that's why I run the Ravenfrost. It does, you know, being slowed with cold is just annoying.
Overburdened.
The crap can get annoying. I don't know why I run Bale. He never drops anything. Whirlstone Keep's not bad to run. I think I'd do better in Whirlstone Keep than freaking running Bale. Go ahead, Mana Burn. Which doesn't really, I mean, it kind of kills your,
I am overburdened.
it kills your zeal, but I don't think I've actually gotten that. Alright, before I add anything, this is where I'm at. 39%. My goal is to hit 50 before 2.4 next week. At least get to 50%. Spectral Shard, we have not. Cool. I think that puts me... No, didn't move it that much. What's up, Liam? Yeah, people have been complaining about the Mana Burn for a while.
I can't.
Oops. What the hell? I mean, I don't think it's supposed to work the way it's working now. Because Mana Burn is an instant, right? It's like no matter what creature you're fighting that has mana burn, it's like instant. You go from 100 to 0. I don't think it's supposed to work that way. It seems like that one still comes up. People talk about bugs. I don't. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to go 100 to 0 like in one hit. Yeah, I mean it just hurts in general for just about every class. Even like my paladin, even though I'm running auras, you know, I still rely a little bit on zeal, and you can't zeal once it hits 0. Yeah, it doesn't, and it doesn't matter how. I mean, you could have a huge mana pool, but one hit from a mana burn mob and it's gone. It doesn't matter how much of a pool you have, it's gone. And I mean, people have been talking about that for a little while now. It's definitely annoying. Yeah, and you hit a pot and then it's gone again. It is. It's been like that for a little while now. I mean, they might address it. Maybe, I guess they finally did address the serpents in Neelithok's area after however long that's been.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, Eden, I think you're right, and that's the problem. But they've been kind of quiet on that one. But again, they did finally fix the serpents, so maybe one day we'll get the mana burn fix. Yeah, Eden, that's fixed. That happened a little while back. Or is it part of 2.4? It might be part of 2.4, maybe? I remember reading it in patch notes, but I don't remember. It's definitely been addressed. It's fixed. Okay. I was trying to. Yeah, Liam. I thought it had. I just couldn't remember when that was. So, if they fix that, maybe one day they'll fix the mana burn issue. It definitely made running Neelithok pretty sketch if you had those mobs spawn there. What's up, Scholar? But yeah, it's been addressed for a while. I did those 1,000 Neelithok runs. I mean, and the poison still hits pretty hard. But I mean, let's face it, you were down to 0 almost instantly before. So they did that. Maybe we'll get the mana burn fix at some point. I never get high resist rolls on these. I've found one high resist roll, Sacred Targe, and it was on freaking PTR. Oh yeah, it was straight up nasty. Well, at least they didn't spawn every time. So, I mean, technically, if you see him, you can just leave and rerun him. Venom grips again. Got those already. Yeah. I think that's. What do y'all think? What's the number one most cussed mob? Is it the souls, or you think it's the dolls? I think the souls are easily more dealt with than the Stygian dolls are. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, because souls, you could technically deal with souls with just resist, right? Stygian dolls just, God, they're just horrible, man. Dolls just, I mean, you could just be teleporting through, and technically, your Merc gets that one hit on a doll as you're bouncing through, and it explodes. I mean, it could, you could get taken out by dolls and just don't even have a clue that it happened. Yeah, I've had that combo on Whirlstone a couple of times. Yeah, it's just like, I'm not doing this, and you just restart. Yeah, it's just not worth it, dude. Trying to clear that for one. You could get back there quick enough. Just reset, cause yeah, it's a bad combo for sure. I mean, honestly, the souls would be. I mean, the dolls would be the only thing that really gives like my Arden any kind of hassle. Like, I could deal with the other two, but the dolls, even on this guy, it just give him too much of a hassle. It's not worth it.
I am overburdened.
What's up, Vision? Yeah, I'd imagine, dude. I'm telling you. They do that so that you'll just buy a new weed eater every season.
I am overburdened. am overburdened.
Ah, full on gold already. Uh, nah, David. I've never honestly. I don't run T-God on much of anything. I did a little bit when I was testing out my Javazon, but the Razor Tail was always the optimal for me, and I don't really know where anywhere else to wear. I guess if you really needed the light absorb for whatever reason, you could throw it on there, but it'd only be like a temporary. Wake up your weed eater. Is it a gas weed eater? Yeah, it's about that time of year, man. Yard work just sucks. I bought my first house. I loved working in the yard. I got over that real quick. What's up, Kung Fu?
I can't carry anymore.
Yeah, dude, it's almost there. Yeah, Scholar, you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's kind of cool. You buy your first house, right? It's like, this is my yard. But yeah, it's short-lived. I don't know. Some guys really get into it. I'm just not one of them.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, Vision. That's true, man. Dude, I've gotten to where, it was stuff I wouldn't have, and it's kind of a YouTube thing, to be perfectly honest. I will attempt to fix almost anything now. There was stuff back in the day I would have not even tried, but I've fixed my own uh, uh, clothes dryer. I've fixed the washer. Like, literally took it, broke it down, and like replaced parts in a dishwasher, in a dryer, and a washer. And it was, I made the attempt just because you could find stuff like that on YouTube. I would have never tried it before. I'd have just hired like an appliance maintenance guy or something, right? Now, dude, I'll take a swing at it first. I've fixed so much stuff that, you know, a few years back I wouldn't even have attempted. And I feel like I'm fairly mechanically inclined, but man, YouTube's almost a crutch. And successful repairs, like I successfully repaired my washer and my clothes dryer.
I am overburdened.
There was something else I attempted not long ago that was something that were along those lines. I'm trying to remember what it was I fixed.
I can't carry anymore.
Oh, I've repaired our. I don't have it now, but we had a riding mower that I replaced a capacitor or something on it, and that was another thing. I mean, I probably wouldn't have attempted it before, but you know, you can kind of get. A lot of times you can look up, and sometimes it'll have the specific models of the whatever you're trying to repair on YouTube, but you can usually get close enough if you can't find exactly what you're trying to fix. You could get pretty close. So I've repaired all kind of crap just by looking on YouTube. Props to those guys that put that stuff up there. Yeah, exactly, dude. You can just look that stuff up now. It's crazy
Overburdened.
the stuff people put on YouTube as far as fixing this, repairing this. It's almost all there. I mean, yeah, there'll be some. I was this close to, like, my son's car blew a head gasket, and I was this close to trying it myself, and I was like, nah, that's probably a bit too much. Yeah, a lot of the car repair stuff. Yeah, we've done a lot of that on that via YouTube as well. Some stuff, you know, I still wouldn't attempt. My son and I, we were this close. We were like, we could technically find the parts and try and do a head gasket fix on the truck, on the car, but we were like, nah, that might be a little too far. Because I actually did look it up on YouTube, and it was really involved. So I was like, nah, I don't want to take this chance. But we were pretty we were pretty close. Because I mean, it's expensive repair. Yeah, it was pretty intensive. So we were like, nah, this might be a bit too much. I guess if we'd have had a ton of time to do it, but I mean, it was his car. We had to get it fixed for him to use. I mean, if he'd have had another option to drive, we might have took a swing at it. But there was a bit of a time requirement to it, so we were like, nah, we're not gonna do this. It just won't give it to me, guys. I feel like I need that Trang to break the cycle.
I can't carry anymore.
But I mean, there was literally step-by-step instructions on how to do it, for sure. Found that yesterday. Yeah, that's why we didn't. It was a little iffy.
I can't.
I mean, it's a pretty major repair, so it's not like you know, something you could just knock off in a day or two. That would have taken a lot of time. So we opted against, but it's kind of funny that, I mean, the instructions were there I mean, I think it even showed it like for the model vehicle at the time we were looking at it. But yeah, there's some things I backed away from, but I almost pulled the trigger on that one just to try it. Yeah, I can imagine, dude. My son just did his own brake pads and rotors uh, just the other weekend. I was pretty impressed with that. Brake pads, no big deal. I mean, it's kind of a pain in the butt just in general because you have to take the tires off, which can be annoying just in itself. But you know, he's young. I wouldn't even mess with it now, but as long as you can jack the car up, get the tires off. Uh, Brake pads, yeah, no problem. I don't know, rotors, I'm sure there was a video he could have looked at. It probably would have been pretty simple. Let's go pits one more time. I mean, but let's face it, before YouTube, I mean, you had to get somebody that knew, or, you know, somebody that was in the industry or in the like a mechanic to kind of walk you through it. But now, I mean, you could probably get it done if you were halfway mechanically inclined and just get the info off of YouTube. You could probably get it done pretty simple. It's kind of shocked me as some of the kids that I've run into that just they don't even know how to use a screwdriver. I mean, it's painful. Yeah, I'm sure. I've never done it. But like I'm saying, if you're halfway mechanically inclined, you could look it up, and you know it probably wouldn't be that difficult to do. Um, that's why I kind of preface that with mechanically inclined or inclined because there's a shocking number of people that I've run into that don't even have like the basics on tools. It's kind of scary sometimes. I've never actually restrung a bass. I mean, I've restrung my guitars like hundreds of times at this point. I've never restrung a bass. And I get I get a little, you know, when you're tightening strings down on your guitar, you kind of back away a little bit. I've had the E string, the low or the high E pop on me a couple times, and you know it's stung my hand a couple times before when the strings popped. So yeah, I can see being kind of leery on a bass. And I got a bass. I've just never. I don't even remember. I think we got the bass. It was back when my son was younger, You know, you try and get them to play different instruments. So we had all kind of different different instruments in the house, trying to get him to a kind of attached to one.
I am overburdened.
So we had a bass. I even bought him a set of drums. Yeah, Liam, exactly, man. Because, yeah, I mean, calling anybody these days, it's expensive. Gold Strike. I don't think I've gotten Gold Strike yet. I have not. Nice. Check it off. That's one thing, those the handyman repair guys, they're probably not happy with the advent of YouTube. That probably cut into their business more than anybody. It's like the handyman guy that used to be around to do like fixes stuff like that. Yeah, plumbing is one thing. I would do plumbing before electricity though. And I worked in the electrical industry for like 17, 18 years, but I'd still attempt plumbing more than than electrical. Because I've been popped before with just 120 circuit, and that ain't no playing around with.
I am overburdened.
I gotta be honest, I'm more blown away by the lack of knowledge still based around computers more than even like the stuff we're talking about. You would think in this day and age that computer knowledge would be pretty standard, and it shockingly is still not. And I'm talking like younger people. Yeah, some guy that does actually. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Because nowadays they're just handed the device. I think it's just in general, Fission. I hear you, Nathan. It's kind of a mixed bag. I don't know. I've run across some well, I don't know. It probably can't really pigeonhole. There's going to be some shockingly ignorant people in every age bracket. Right? I mean, but you would think a lot of the younger people would be really technologically savvy at this point. And they are on. We could limit it down to like social media, maybe. But beyond that, how things actually work. Mm-mm. Yeah, Liam. Back to that one, right? I mean, I guess you could probably. I mean, you probably put me in that same like regards to certain things. I mean, I at least understand how things work. I don't know why some things are the way they are. Like this whole TikTok thing, I don't get it. I just don't get it. I mean, I know how it works. I don't understand why it's such a thing.
I can't carry anymore.
It's like I don't know. It's like the attention spans are so short now that you got to limit everything to under 2 minutes. Otherwise, you don't. You know, it's too long. It's like everything's centered around shorts. Like even I'm kind of in the YouTube sphere. They're making this big push to do shorts, which is basically a YouTube version of TikTok. It's like everything they want they want everything like a minute and under, and they're actually promoting that stuff, and it's literally a direct um, uh, competition with TikTok. Facebook's doing the same thing now. Facebook's doing Reels, I think they're called, but they're like really short clips. It's like anything over a minute's too long. Yeah, exactly, Mike. Yeah, that one.
I can't carry anymore.
And I mean that's going back for a little while now, because Mike, when my son was in high school, they tried to put him in that bracket, ADHD thing, and we're like, no. I mean, they were trying to get. It's like they try to get every kid on that stuff. Well, here's where I had a problem with it. I don't think a teacher's qualified to be making any kind of diagnosis, and that's kind of basically where it was happening. No, and I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but you know, and I'm going to peel it back. This is like we're talking 15, 16 year ago time frame. I think they were really pushing it hard. Like any kind of interaction with a child that was they were like a little I wouldn't even call it hyperactive, just active. They were like pushing that. But it's not like they were doing it from the perspective of even like a therapist making that diagnosis. Yeah, it was literally like the school doing it. It's like I don't need the teacher making a diagnosis because they can't handle a child.
I can't carry anymore.
It was just nutty. And I would agree. I think it was a big pharma push because that was I couldn't even imagine how many billions of dollars
I can't
off of
carry
the
anymore.
off of those type of diagnoses. Doesn't seem like that much of a thing as it was back then, though. I don't have younger, my son's 30 at this point. Is it even that big of? Are they still pushing that pretty hard these days? I mean, I know a few of you guys have younger kids. I don't know if that's like as prevalent of a push as it was back when I remember it. What's up, Gerard? Because when my son was in school, that was kind of like the leading edge of those type of diagnoses. I mean, it was like really becoming a thing.
I am overburdened.
Mm. But I guess we're probably gonna see it over. I mean, I don't know. We're not like on the front line of it, but I mean, we have a granddaughter now. She's gonna turn 2 in a couple months, so we're gonna be on the periphery of those types of things again. I'm sure we'll be hearing about it. She's got a few years before she's school age, but yeah, Mike, I wouldn't doubt that at all, dude. Would not doubt. I mean, I'm sure it's still a thing now, but like the pharmaceutical sales industry, like the sales side of it, dude, if you got into that, that was big money. Oh, don't even get me started on college textbooks. When I went back to school and went down that road, dude, that pissed me off more than anything. Anything was the textbooks. Because they would literally change editions every semester so that you couldn't even reuse the older books. Like, even a year old, they would change the editions, and then the professors would require the most current edition for their class. Well, yeah, fission, it has nothing to do with intelligence. I mean, the ADHD thing was literally just, it wasn't like a learning disability or anything of that sort. It was just, you know, they up for lack of better words, they almost classified every kid that was a little hyper. They would kind of put it in that bracket. Or at least that's how it was when my son was in school. It just felt like they were kind of bracketing any kid that was a little active. They would start down that road and kind of go from there.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, that book thing pissed me off to no end because some of the books when you got into the 400 level classes in college, they were $400-500 just for the book. What's up, Chad? It was crazy. You'd spend almost as much on books as you would tuition. Yeah, no doubt, man. It was nuts, and it's just a total racket the way they did the new editions every semester or every year. It was so stupid, dude. That was the thing. I hardly use any of them as well. But see, the thing with the books, even like the professors, some of the professors I had, I mentioned it a while back because when I went back to school, I was 40. So I hung out with some of the professors, like we'd go out and have drinks or something, and some of the professors, I mean, it was a racket because the professors weren't the ones necessarily pushing the books, the whatever book was required for the class. It was set by the school. And some of the professors would actually try and help the students get around it. But yeah, it was definitely a thing pushed by the school more than the professors themselves.
I am overburdened.
What was funny was you could always tell because I had, like, when I was taking computer science, there was one professor, and he came out of private industry. He wasn't a professor like from the get-go. He worked in the private sector for a pretty good while, and then came back into teaching. And you could like stand because I had my actual professor, my student counselor. Yeah, the counselor I had, he was in CS department, but he was a professor his whole life. Then I had this one professor that he was kind of a younger guy. He was probably my age when I was in school, and he came from private sector. And just you could just talking to the two, there was just such a night and day difference in how they looked at things. Because like the guy that went in private sector, he's like, all right, this is the book you need for this class. I'm not going to use it, so it's up to you whether you want to buy it or not. Whereas the professor that was a professor his whole life was like, you need this book. And he would still not use it, but he would tell you had to have that book. And he would literally check like a week into the semester whether you had the book with you or not, even though we never used it. It was such a racket. Yeah, and we're in the CS department, computer science. This wasn't that long ago. Everything was online. Yeah, I mean, it was crazy because some of those books, even for the CS department, were expensive. But nowhere near as much like some of the other classes you had to take, electives that were nothing to do with computer science. You still had to take them. Those books were stupid expensive. I think the most I had to pay, I was taking computer science with an emphasis on business, so I had to take like an accounting class, economics, that sort of thing.
I can't carry anymore.
And I only had to take like one accounting class or two accounting classes, like the micro and macroeconomics, and there's a couple other ones to fulfill that business requirement. But the accounting books, holy jeez! I want to say the one semester accounting class where I had to take, you had to buy like a lab book, and then the regular book for class was about $500. What's up, Bang?
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, it's just obnoxious price-wise. Jacob, what's up, man? Yeah, right, Liam. Yeah, exactly. It's such a racket. Another person from Poland, that's pretty cool. Jacob, I get a lot of guys from Poland that watch the stream. I appreciate you guys. Because I know it's kind of getting kind of late. Because the student debt thing's been a thing for a while now, right? Half that debt's books. Just change the book requirements so you can eliminate half the student debt. Yeah, Jacob, there definitely is, man. I get a lot of people from Poland and Romania. Are two of the bigger Euro companies or countries that watch. What's this? Blood fists? Yeah, I don't think I've gotten those yet. Blood fists. No, I have not. Cool. Scratched off a few already. That's cool. League, what's going on, man? It's going pretty good. Just messing around on Grail until 2.4 next week. Liam, how's that work in Canada? Is like as far as higher education, are the tuitions real high there, or is it publicly funded? I actually don't know. Kung Fu, we'll know in a week, dude. We'll know in exactly a week. I'm curious to see how much harder this feels like it ticks when 2.4 lands. I'm not going to change anything at first. I know technically the Holy Fire with the Dual Dragon and Hand of Justice is supposedly going to be the thing. I'm going to stick with the Dual Dream and Holy Fire and see just what it how noticeably different. It should be noticeably different just running this like it is. And then I'm going to probably switch to foe just to play around with. Oh, rare jewel. I've been wanting to see some rare jewels since I watched Cooley's video earlier today. Yeah, that one's obviously bad though. Yeah, it's level 5. I guess I should have looked since it's low. Did it have any damage? No, it didn't have. Yeah, what did he bring up, Liam? He was talking about, actually he was hit on the lower, like he had like a 28 max, but it was a level 27 or something. 24 max. Yeah, I know it was one, but it was like a level 27, so it was like the highest you could get for LLD. His videos, when in regards to that kind of stuff, is always, I find, really interesting. He did one a little while back on the charms as well. Yeah, Nathan, it is for me, man. Yeah, that's the one he was talking about that's 100 jaw runes. You know, and I'm sure I haven't, but I feel like I've thrown away like a jewel that would be something not close, but in that ballpark as far as that those mods. I feel like I have. Was it 15? What was the other 15? Was it IAS? You got a 15 IAS, or was it like a AR or something? Or all resist, yeah. We should do like a true trophy room on Discord. What? Total 30? Do you have it posted on Discord? I'm gonna have to see that. I don't think I saw it. Let's see. John asked, "What do you do for income?" Um, I do a few things right now. I'm trying to stay fully self-employed. I mean, we'll see how that works out. I do get money off of YouTube, not that much right now because it's so slow. But I'm a software engineer by trade, so you know, there's some side gig stuff that I can do when things are tight. But as far as you know, it can be tough sometimes. to stay motivated. It would have been a lot easier if, you know, ladder would have dropped sooner. So the motivation is just trying to get to that point. Yeah, Kung Fu, but the rare items that people are looking for are like super rare. I mean, it's really tough to find uh, the true rare item that's valuable. Those are like, I mean, rare doesn't really sum it up. They're like super rare. Lorian, what's up, dude? What's going on with you, man? Hope things are good in Romania. Yeah, I'm personally I'm going to be going pretty hard when ladder drops. I'm kind of coasting right now. I'm trying to put out videos, but I mean it's been kind of tough because let's face it, there's been videos on just about everything at this point. But it kind of resets with ladder, so we'll see. Yeah, Lorian, it's just getting started, dude. Oh, Kung Fu, you talking about getting the items off Facebook groups? Yeah, I've never even really thought about that. Nah, you're good, Ken. I appreciate you even stopping by, dude. I think ladder's going to be a good well, at least a reset for hopefully getting some more players back in the game. I think player count's really down right now. Well, I know it is. I mean, all you have to do is look in game at the pub game lists and see that it's really down.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, Lorian, I'm happy for you, dude. It is definitely an experience. We're kind of reliving it on the periphery now since we have a grandchild, but we don't have the tougher parts. See, it's trying. I got a blue chaos and went from a white one to a blue one. So we just need a rare, and then we'll get our Trang armor. Yeah, that no sleep thing is not an exaggeration. Yeah, she'll be 2 in July. But yeah, we get the we get the fun part of it without all the the sleepless nights. They're kind of past that now, but yeah, those first few months it's no joke. No, Fission, I didn't. And here's the thing. I really missed out on opportunity early on. But I didn't understand what it was at the time. You know, and I'm sure a lot of people felt that way. I've kicked myself numerous times for not jumping in when I had the opportunity. And even the second time, I still wasn't paying that much attention to it because the company I worked for last, one of our clients wanted to set up Bitcoin as one of their payment options. So we had actually written an extension on their website to handle that. And so I had actually started paying attention to Bitcoin a little bit. And this was about 4 or 5 years ago when Bitcoin really tanked, and it was sitting at around 13 or 1400 bucks. And you think about where it's at now, and it was at 13 or 1400, and I'm like, yeah, okay, this Bitcoin thing's going to die. So I disregarded it a second time. So yeah, I kicked myself twice. I don't even know where it's at right now. But I looked at it again when it had dropped to around 13 or 1400. And then was like, no, this is going away. Wrong again. Yeah, Fission. I mean, just the actual technical understanding of Bitcoin, I never really dove into it. I mean, I get kind of the gist of it. Look at another chaos. It's just, I don't know. I was kind of old school at that point, thinking this is stupid. This is not going to ever be a thing. But I feel like government involvement is going to really screw things up with the cryptocurrencies.
I can't carry anymore.
Christopher, I mean, I get that point, and that's the thing. I don't know. It's tough for me to wrap my mind around that being a true, legitimate currency, every day-to-day currency. I mean, yeah, sure. There's a bunch of options online to purchase stuff with Bitcoin at this point, but it's like you're saying. I mean, the values change so much that it's kind of hard to wrap your mind around. I mean, last time I looked at Bitcoin, it was like in around 60,000. Is it still up there that high, or has it dropped again? And then there's all the other cryptos that are available now. I don't know. It feels convoluted to me. Yeah, I actually bought some Doge as a why not. Yeah, Eric, I kind of understood that philosophy. It's just that the government is fighting so hard to get their hands in it now that I don't know if they'll be able to fight that off. I mean, they're trying. Nice conversion, Lauren. Appreciate you, dude. That's actually pretty funny. Oh my god. Here's what was funny, and I always looked at it kind of side eye when we did it. So the company we set up the um, Bitcoin payment option for was Reed's Jewelers. And what Reed's Jewelers had on their website is you can purchase just straight gold bar. So I felt like there would be a way for people to launder money somehow through this system where you had Bitcoin and then you could turn your coin into just bullion. It just looked janky as hell when they set it up. It did. It looked so sketch. I saw that and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, let's. Yeah, anybody got any background into setting up a coin? We'll do Trang coin. Kung Fu. You always are, dude.
I can't carry
I don't know if Reed still has that option available on their website, but when it first got set up, I was like, this just feels like an opportunity for somebody to take advantage of. Yeah, Eric, it looked so sketch, man. And yeah, I guess technically, because Reed's did sell just um, just diamonds, so single diamonds, like not even in a setting. You could buy just diamonds directly from them. It just looks so janky when we first set that up for him. I was like, I feel like somebody's going to take advantage of this. No, Novotny, I've gotten two gray chaos and a blue one so far today. It's trying like hell to give me a Trang. Okay, I don't think I've gotten that one yet either. Shikaku. Yep. That's a new one too. Yeah, it's pretty highly regulated these days. Yeah, Nabani, that's basically it in a nutshell, man. That's true, Liam. We could wrap them right up into it. Yeah, Chris, seems like I've seen a build wrapped based around that as well. It's been a long time since I saw that. Of course, let's face it, man. Pallies can use anything. You can make a pally build around just about every item in the game. Chad, I haven't seen that. I'd be shocked, dude. Yeah, Ranger. That's what it was. You're right. You're right. I haven't seen any leak like that. I can't see them. I just don't see them being able to do that. A year's time. I just don't think Blizzard has it in them. Honestly, I just don't think they're capable of doing it that quick. Oh, Riker said it? Was it recent? Did he? When was his video that he mentioned that? I'll go check it out later. I don't have that kind of faith in Blizzard at this point. Oh man. Yeah, I just can't see D4 being pushed up that fast. Because I mean, let's look at the last quarterly reveal. They're still only showing like mainly theatrical, scenic type stuff. There's no, there's nothing you can really sink your teeth into as far as gameplay. So we're in, the first quarter's gone for the month or for the year. So 3 quarters to get it from that point to like a full release. I can't see it. Oh, what is that called? Immortal? Yeah, Immortal.
Not even death can save you from me.
Yeah, D4. I just can't see him pushing it out. And I think everybody kind of sees Blizzard in that light now, which is unfortunate, but I mean, that's kind of how it is, right? I think you'd be hard pressed to find anybody that really has that much faith in Blizzard as a development company right now. Well, I don't even think they'd be able to get to the point of mediocrity in a year's time. I mean, just look at the updates, the reveals. They're just not putting out a whole lot about the game itself outside of visuals, basically. Sounds. That's all they've really pushed out. Oh no, I want a great game. I just don't. I've lost faith in Blizzard, and that's tough. Because again, some of my some of my most favorite titles are Blizzard games. They are. Yeah, right, Liam. I hear you, Aaron. 150 dungeons. See, I don't know what a dungeon encapsulates. Is that like zoned instances? How many do you think is in D2? Like a zoned instance? It's quite a few. Yeah, Eric. Once they've said, once they've set so many target dates that they were going for, and they just keep missing them, you kind of lose it. Is it about that many? That's what I was trying to. Like Act 4, there's nothing, right? There's what? There's no zoned instances in Act 4, so there's none here. 50, 60? Is that a safe guess for like total for D2? But again, it's a 20-year-old game, so I don't think 150 is that many. 2040. I mean, and just about any guess is valid at this point. It's just the way they've been running things. It's just about any guess is valid. Did I just run all the way through there without killing anything?
I am overburdened.
I'd be curious to see if they actually released any kind of true gameplay in their next reveal. I still feel like they're going to just use. We're still going to be looking at like what an area looks like. I just, I don't know. I feel like they're just dragging their feet right now because they don't have developers work on the project. Kung Fu, man. Well, I mean, Chris, it's kind of hard to say because we still haven't really gotten any true info about the game. I mean, they've said some stuff. They haven't really showed us anything. I mean, D4 really needs one of those holy crap moments where they show you something and you go, wow, I want to play that. They haven't had that in a long time. Yeah, Case, it's like, this is what it looks like to go up a ladder. Okay, this is what it looks like to go down that ladder. I mean, that's basically the gist of the last reveal, wasn't it? Look, we're going down a ladder. It was honestly kind of silly. Can I get this? What's this? Twitch? Yeah, I don't think I've actually gotten Twitch yet. Nope. Scratch that one off. Nice. Yeah, I tend to take issue with really dark games. My eyesight isn't the greatest. I don't. I mean, I get the whole idea of getting the ambience for the game, but sometimes it's just too dark. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes it's just too dark, right? Did Now I haven't played D3 in a really long time. Did they ever add PvP to D3? Because that was going to be a thing from the get-go. And when I quit playing, it still wasn't there. Yeah, Liam. That's the thing. That's what I missed. That Blizzard had several of those moments where, like, that they show even like a trailer or something. They put out something you're like, holy crap! But they haven't done anything like that in a long time. Oh, so they did put out something PvP related? Because weren't they promising like arenas or something in D3? I don't remember now. We were talking about this last night because, what's up, Footnote? What were we talking about? I feel like Blizzard's just lost their like really creative people. I mean, they had some really good people working there that were just like super creative, loved the game. I think we were talking about Dave Kaplan, and he was like kind of the mastermind behind Overwatch. But I mean, he's gone now. He left Blizzard. I'm sure Kotick had nothing to do with that. But He was kind of a goofy guy, but you could tell he like really loved Overwatch, the game itself. And I just feel like they've lost that creative element of their company. It's just like they don't have guys like that anymore. Yeah, Chris, I wouldn't disagree with that. They've really dropped the ball with this ladder release. And it's still not out. Yeah, but Liam, I saw that. And I kind of thought the same thing. Well, didn't a lot of the original D2 guys go to PoE? Weren't some of the developers for PoE some of the original D2 developers? And D2R is not optimized. I mean, they've fixed some of the optimization with the remaster, but it is nowhere near well optimized. When this game first dropped, there was guys with like 3090 Ti's, and it was straining their graphics card, which is just nuts. I mean, I think they've made some optimization changes, and the game runs a little better, but it's not a well optimized game. Yeah, Aaron, I wouldn't disagree with that. we might be, but yeah, I mean, I could, I felt that way. Look, another. I'm getting repeats from yesterday. That's the humongous again, isn't it? Yeah. All right, play the Sork a little bit. And then I did that. Yeah, Chris, I don't doubt that. I mean, for a lot of us, it is just the nostalgia of the game, and we're biased. I fully agree that we're biased with how the system works. I honestly, there's not much I could find wrong with D2, which I'm sure people that have never played it before would go, that's kind of weird. There's definitely a lot of complaints about just the drop rates and loot system in general, which, I mean, I personally have no issue with, but there's a lot that do. I mean, if you go on the Blizz, well, let me back up. If you go on the Blizz forums right now, there's so many posts about drop rates, right? You know, it's too low, you need to up it, yada yada yada. But I gotta be honest, that's been the complaint back in the day. There was people saying that. Yeah, some guy, I would agree with that. I think just the general gaming community in general has moved away from that school of play. Like, I don't mind that, but just there's a lot of impatience in the gaming communities these days, to where they just don't want to grind. They don't want grinding. Yeah, they want the quick fix onto the next game. Player base that really kind of gets off on that rare drop. I mean, that's the appeal of this player base. I mean, but that's kind of the niche, right? The people who've been playing D2, a lot of us have been playing on and off for the past, what, 20 years now. But it's always the same draw. It's the finding that super rare item. So that's really the community that's always going to be pulled into this type of game. And I don't know that they're targeting that type of player with, like they definitely did with D3, and it's probably going to be the case with D4. Because I mean, we're a smaller part of the player base that really gets into this sort of thing. And if you're looking at it from a marketing standpoint, you're not going to target that smaller cross section of players. You're just not. So that's why D3 did what D3 did. No, yeah, 100%, Aaron. So in the long run, what's better for the company? That's how they're going to look at it. The quick buck, or the players that keep playing for 20 years. They're going to go for the quick buck. It's unfortunate, but that's going to be the mindset. Yeah, no, exactly, Aaron. It is. But you're always going to have the number crunchers that are kind of calling the shots, right? Bobby Kotick is a perfect example.
I am overburdened.
He don't play games. Yeah, Spartan, I wouldn't doubt it, dude. I wouldn't doubt it. Because, I mean, the player retention in D2 is, we're always going to be here. I don't think the group necessarily shrinks. I think it, like, picks up the random players that get into this style of grinding.
Impossible.
So I don't think the player base actually shrinks that much. Oh, that's like the third one I found in 2 days. Yeah, Eric, they're going to have to, because they need to try and figure out a way to monetize it. Otherwise, we're just not going to get, many more updates. They're going to try and push people to D4. And I guarantee you there's going to be some sort of microtransaction system in D4 that comes out at launch. Whether it works or not, it's a whole different thing, but I guarantee you there's going to be microtransactions in D4 day one. Found that already? we were talking about it a little bit yesterday. I don't know how well it would work, but the whole idea of like transmogging or skins, I've never had an issue with skins. If they had figured out a way to do skins in this game, or being able to transmog like the views of like the items,
Death can save you from me.
I don't have an issue with that. I mean, if you could monetize that, make a little bit of money to keep the game going, as far as updates and stuff, I wouldn't have a problem with like the transmog options and people paying for it. Some people will. What's up, Dennis? Yeah, right, Aaron. I'm surprised they didn't do something interesting with that, because it was such a weird screw up. String of ears. I think I've gotten a string already. $12 DR. Did I get string? I'm pretty sure I've gotten a string already. String, yep, I have. I've got like 4 or 5 string of ears just sitting in a mule. Yeah, Scrunchy, there he is. I don't know. I don't think they actually have a lot of resources dedicated to the game, which is part of the problem. So, I mean, it is what it is. Yeah, man, that's the Trang armors. I think that's what's kind of holding me back from getting drops. I need to trigger a Trang armor, and then I think things will start flowing. Yeah, I'd pay for it, Chris. Yeah, and we talked about it. There's ways to monetize this. I mean, I'd grumble a little bit about it, but then I'd go, then I'd shell out whatever for it. That way I could dedicate my actual character slots to characters instead of mules.
I can't carry anymore.
I mean, there's ways that they can monetize this game without killing the player base. But I think they're just barely holding their heads above water with what they have on their plate. I don't know why I did that. I don't I don't think they could really they don't have enough resources to get into developing things like that. I mean, you look at like Project Diablo. Who was actually doing all the development? Was it just what was his name? Sensei? Was it just him doing the mods? I don't think he actually had a team helping him. I mean, and look how much they accomplished. Senpai, that's it. Yeah. But I mean, look how much they did with just the mod. And they're on what, 5 seasons now? Yeah, POD was good too. I played it. I just thought Project PD2's mods were just better. But I played Project or Path of Diablo before PD2 came out. Yeah, just a lot of these companies see the whole mobile thing as the future. Which I get. There's more people that have mobile phones and PCs and consoles, but just playing games like even like a Diablo Immortal, it feels like it would. I don't know. I just never been a
I
mobile
can't carry anymore.
mobile game fan. But I'm kind of biased in that regard.
I can't.
I mean, there's supposedly some. There's like Call of Duty on mobile. I don't even know how that would work. And in Fortnite, can you play Fortnite mobile? Yeah, I need buttons. Yeah, I'm the same way, dude. I can't do that touchscreen stuff. I need a button. Oh yeah, probably Liam. I mean, there's just so many. There's just so many more people on mobile. Oh, that's a new one. I don't think I've gotten that yet. What's that, Nats? That's Nats. Yep, yeah, scratch that one off. That's cool. Don't want it. Oh yeah, I mean they're all about the numbers, and yeah, I mean there's just way more people on mobile. I don't know. I've just never had the appeal to play games on a phone. But yeah, the numbers don't lie as far as a number of people.
Not even death can save you from me.
Doesn't Activision own is it Candy Crush? They own one of the big mobile game developers or mobile games like Candy Crush or something. They own one of the big ones, don't they? I don't think I've found that either. Nope. Boy, it's scratching off some items actually. Is it Candy Crush? So how do those games even make money? Is it just advertising? Dennis, I mean, we don't know. Activision's notorious about not releasing numbers. They never release any info on concurrent players or anything like that, so it's hard to say. Unless they like hit a peak, they'll say. But just in general, they won't put those kind of numbers out. Oh, playtime. Gotcha. Because I know a lot of those mobile games have like like a lot of ads and stuff in them, don't they? So it's kind of a pay to win, Liam. I need a quicker way to do this. Pay to progress. Kind of the same thing, right? Well, is there really winning in a mobile game? In that type of mobile game? Ah, Eric. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Huh. Interesting. I mean, obviously there's a lot of money in it. I mean, the reason, because I know my wife, she got me playing some farm game for a little while. We were playing on the phones, and I know it would make you watch ads to get stuff. So I know that was a thing. So there's definitely ad revenue involved. Steel driver. I don't think I've gotten steel driver yet. Nope, I have not. I'm actually scratching off a lot of items.
I can't carry anymore.
Come on, dude.
Not even death can save you from me.
Come on, let's see that rune.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, I hear you, Dennis. Yeah, screw that. Man, that's hard on the hands, dude. A grave? Oh, Jesus, man. Pet. Or an actual one. There it is. Wondering when that would drop. Alright. I don't think I've actually gotten this. Alright, we're 4 out of 6 on the Mortal Kings now. Oh, last responder. Really, Domin? That's a pretty common one for me. I'm surprised it took me this long to get it. Dennis, are you talking about a real grave? Like an actual human grave? 'Cause I didn't think they dug them by hand anymore.
I can't carry anymore.
I thought they dug those with backhoes. I guess, yeah, I can see that. Dude, that's a lot of, oh crap. That's a lot of digging by hand though. Hope you had some help. Oh, wow. That sucks, man. Holy Jesus.
Death can save you from me.
Dude, I don't think I could dig a 6-foot hole in a day. There's no way. I know I couldn't. Another bow. I'm almost full on bow grand charms. That's kind of cool. I'll take that.
I am
It's a
overburdened.
plain one, but I'll take it. Vortex shield. That's unfortunate.
Impossible.
I think I've gotten this one. Grim Reaper. I think I've gotten that one. What am I checking it for? Vortex shield of deflecting. Yeah, I never know. Well, but what would you be looking for? Would you still be looking for jewelers? Yeah, that's what I was wondering if that was actually like a. It still would be a J mod, right? No, jewelers, vortex of deflecting, J bod.
Hail to you, champion.
It's just such a rare drop. It sucks to see it drop as a blue item. I don't. You can't get 4 in a blue monarch, right? Or are you talking about in a white one? Man, at the beginning, the monarch's gonna be hot. Just any monarchs in general, people gonna be hunting for. That's what I love about Reset. Finding a monarch becomes cool again.
Not even death can save you from me.
Chris, people were talking about that. I mean, I kind of get it. Um, but I mean, it is why I'm rolling a Sork early. But I've always been a Sork player in general. Even when I didn't know what I was doing, the first character I rolled, I think it was a Sork, I believe. Windhammer? Windhammer. I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten that one. No, I have. I've already gotten a Windhammer. Shoot. That's actually kind of crazy. The Runic Talons is the highest one, right? Yeah, it's like Blade, Greater, and Runic. Yeah, right, Spartan. I need to come up with a build around a Windhammer. I actually have an ethereal one on a mule somewhere, just because it was kind of cool to find an ethereal one. I don't know what I'd do with it. They're trying to make the Druid good, though. So many changes to Druid. I think Druid is arguably got the most changes. But arguably is the worst one, so kind of would make sense, right? Yeah, I mean the summoner's kind of fun. I just the whole watching, just kind of kicking back, watching your characters, just watching like summons kill stuff. Yeah, I can see that getting kind of old. But I mean, there's guys that love playing Summoner Necro, so they might be drawn to the Druid as well. But at least with the Necro, you have like corpse explosion and stuff to kind of speed things up. So there's going to have to be like some sort of hybrid build with the Druid to kind of make things move a little quicker. Ladder for non-ladder trade? I don't know. I kind of like keeping them just totally separate, but I mean that kind of goes out the door with JSP, right? With Form Gold. I mean, because basically that's what Form Gold does: is you trade ladder for non-ladder stuff, or vice versa. I mean, let's face it, first person that has an infinity will have bought all the pieces with Form Gold. Without a doubt. He didn't even pick it up, Spartan? What the hell? You hork a Haas and just leave it. See you, dude. Enjoy your steak. I feel like I got one of my Haas's on Nightmare and Dariel. Is that possible? Maybe it was Hell. It had to have been Hell and Dariel. I don't think it can drop on Nightmare. Andy, that is. We had fried shrimp. It was good. Hey. A little rare item there. Got a Kira's. An ethereal Kira's. What the hell? With low resists. Eh. It's all about getting it scratched off the list, right? Nah, no fried oyster, man. Scratch Kira's off, though. Yeah, it was a bad roll. It's kind of cool that it was ethereal. Not that, I mean, it would make it any more useful. Yeah, but it's such a low resist roll on it. What's up, Oscar? What's going on, man? Well, I mean, with the mercs being able to do the bonus from or getting the actual use out of the plus skill items, you're probably going to want to find some, maybe just Ariats for your Act 5 mercs. It was a 55 can. Yeah, it was a pretty bad roll. Giant skull? Potentially. I mean, Act 5 merc's gonna have a lot of options, to be honest. Just the fact that you can, that it could use the barb helms. I mean, you could find like a crazy rare barb helm and put on the Act 5 merc. Well, the ethereal Andy's just, it's kind of like a baseline, right, almost? But things are so opened up for the Act 5 merc being able to use like barb helms that you could really go a bunch of different directions. No, it didn't get weaker. It kind of looked like it on paper when you looked at how they removed one of the synergy requirements or one of the synergies from the Javazon, but it didn't actually come into play with the damage. I don't know. Probably just ED, to be honest. I'd try just up his damage. I mean, I really enjoyed playing the Act 5 merc. It was a lot of fun on PTR. I enjoyed that probably the most. All the changes was just playing with the Act 5 merc and watching him go off on stuff. It was really fun to play. Would you need IAS though? Because once he's frenzied, man, you really don't need the IAS. I mean, because if you're moving, he won't drop frenzy. You could keep it going for a pretty good while. treads. I don't know if I've gotten. Is it treads? Yeah, I don't know if I've gotten those yet. Oops. Why are you doing that? No, I have. I might try and pair my frenzy, pair a Act 5 Merc with my Paladin just to see how it rolls. Too bad he can't use one-hand axes, because I was like, I got that crazy Breath of the Dying on my that I rolled in that superior base. It'd be kind of fun to put on him. Unfortunately, it's swords only. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it plays out. I'm going to, that's because, you know, I don't really play the Merc on my Paladin right now. So I might just get him an Act 5 Merc and see how that rolls out. Because again, this should be next week. We'll be able to test that out next week. So that'll be kind of fun. I've found a couple of head strikers, but they've been non-ethereal, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm definitely going to play around with it. I think it'll be fun to see how that works. I mean, because their survivability is actually really good. Yeah, Spartan. It doesn't make a whole lot of lore sense, right? A barbarian that can't use an axe. I mean, what kind of barbarian is that? And it would almost even make more sense for a frenzy barb to be using axes. So yeah, that was kind of a weird. I guess, I mean, you could. I think it was more one of them things where let's see where this goes and maybe we add it later. Could be something along those lines. Did I miss a ring? See, like, you could get a helm like this. You know, you could technically get some really crazy stats on a helm like this, and put that on an Act 5 Merc, and they gain the bonuses from the stats now. Top center. Ah, gotcha. There it goes. Yeah, well, that's my point. It doesn't make a ton of sense. I mean, again, like I said, they might not. I mean, it's one of them things where you put it out there, but you can't give it everything because it's harder to take stuff away. So you put him out there. He can only use one-hand swords. Alright, that's working pretty good. Let's add one-handed axes. That sort of thing. I mean, that kind of plays into how Blizzard operates anyways. Oh, I know, man. That's what I'm saying. And I'm not going to get anything till the Trang armor drops. I feel like the Trang armor has to drop before I get anything good. I mean, let's think about this. Non-stop Trang armors, non-stop high runes, right? No Trang armors, no high runes. It's my curse. I need it to drop. I really do. I mean, at this point, we're not even seeing low runes drop. And not the good low rune. I mean, I was on a pretty good average there. I was probably getting... see, and then I got trolled with that. I was getting a high rune almost once a week. Which was kind of crazy. Alright, so we got some chances. Oh, 39s. 40 is perfect. At this point, is it worth keeping, though? Viscerat. Just I don't even know how to say that. Visceratant? Or Visceratauant? How do you say that? T-U-A-N-T? Twant? Twant? I always assumed this was Viscerant, and I'm completely wrong. It's Visceratant? That's a weird one. I don't think I've gotten it, though. Have I gotten chance cards? I have not gotten chance cards yet. That's cool. Visceratant? I don't think I've gotten the War Scepter either. Storm Eye. Dang, that's a 3-pack though of items I hadn't found. That's pretty cool. 39 chances ain't bad. I'll hang on to them. What am I actually using? Oh, these are Trangs on this guy. Yeah, Eric, that's my point. If you give too much, people hate it when you take it back. But if they don't ever get it, then it's not as bad. Because if they'd have given us one-handed axes like out of the gate and it turned out to be really OP and then they rolled it back, that would piss people off more. So they're kind of in the feed it a little piece at a time mode these days. That was a good run actually, even though they weren't great items. 3 items off of Diablo that I didn't have before. The needle's moving a little bit on the Grail at least. I think I'll hit that 50% mark by 2.4 next week. I think I can get that at least to the 50% mark. I do like to look at the phase blades. We'll look at that too. Why not? That's twice on that heavy crossbow again already today. Plug you for D2R? Not unless they can monetize it. I'm going to continue the Grail through ladder. I'm going to since it's a stream only Grail, once I start playing, that timing didn't work that great. I'm going to continue checking off items when ladder starts because it's going to be stream only. So I'm going to check them off on ladder start. Yeah, Doman, I look at those on occasion too, because yeah, I know you can get the ethereals and up them. So yeah, it's kind of cool to check the crystals and the dimensionals. Okay, another skiller. Martial arts. That's 2 skillers today. Why are you trying to kill me, man? Nasher. I don't think I've gotten that. Nope, I have not. I've gotten the bone wand, so we don't have to check that one. Viscerascuant. That's a bit of a tongue twister. Viscerascuant. Wow, really? Man, that's actually kind of rough.
Greetings.
Of course, what was it? This is like one of my first videos. Which word did I absolutely butcher? Oh, G-face. Which now I know is Guillaume, correct? What'd I call it the first time? It was like on video too. I got eviscerated. What? I think I called it like Gilamis or something. Man, I got roasted over that one. That's why we call it a G-face. See you, Dennis. Have a good one, man. Ooh, ethereal. That's unfortunate. Yeah, right, Liam. But I mean, that's French, right? Guillaume is actually like William. Is that William in French? I didn't know. I butchered the hell out of that one. I caught so much crap in the comments over that. Doman, he's running a Boneweave Ethereal Fort and non-ethereal Andes. Yeah, I thought that's what that. Well, I didn't know. That's what I was told afterwards, that that's William. I didn't know. I did not know.
Not even death can save you from me.
I think I've actually gotten this already too. Razor switch. I'm pretty sure I have. Razor switch. Yes, I have. Alright, we're going to call 2 runs right here. Spartan, I don't know, dude. I think G-Face was literally because there was a lot of people like me who didn't know how to pronounce it. I honestly think that's why people called it a G-Face. They're like, I'm not even taking a swing at that one. G-Face. Can, did you really just find one? That's kind of funny.
am overburdened.
Yeah. How many F runes am I going to see? There it is! Alright, goes up from here. We got the Trang. I'm not even going to ID it. We got the Trang. Goes up from here, guys. This is where it starts to take off. It's the actual first Trang piece I've gotten so far. And that was second run. That was my first of 2. So last run right here. In fact, I got to keep it in my cube. You think so? Stash or in the cube? Should I keep it on me or put it in the stash? Let's put it in the stash. I'm going to need the room. We're going to put it right here. I'm going to flip out if something actually good drops. That's just going to be stupid. Yeah, at this point I've found the set itself multiple times over, but it was before Grail. So, I can't count it. But that's actually the first Trang anything that's dropped for me since I started Grail. Which is nuts. There you go. Nope. Yeah, armor by far. Hold on. Let's change the count real quick. 8. Now that count is basically from the time we like dumped a bunch of them on the ground. Since that point, I've been keeping count. And I got a bunch again real quick, but then that's been weeks since I had a Trang armor drop.
Not even death can save you from me.
Oh. Nope, no go. Didn't even get an item to scratch off. That's fine though. I actually scratched off a lot of stuff. Yeah, Doman, it's kind of weird how that works out, right? So this is where we're at. I started out just below 40%, so we are now at 42. That's actually a pretty big jump. So my goal is to hit 50 by next Thursday, 2.4 drops, and we'll have 2 weeks to ladder. I want to get to about 60% before ladder. I think that's reasonable. Might be able to really hammer it out, who knows. But yeah, we're at 42 now, so we're doing pretty good. Too bad this doesn't sort by like treasure class. That would be kind of cool. Yeah, sort by type or date. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool if this sorted by treasure class. Be curious to see. I think I've gotten one out of the TC-87 so far. Yeah, Liam, again. It does. I guess we'll see. We're getting in on it. It's what, 3 weeks now? Yeah, 3 weeks from today. So next week, next Thursday, exactly 1 week. Well, we should have 2.4 to play around with. And then ladder. It'd be cool if they pushed ladder up a week because 2.4 went so smooth. We can hope, right? I mean, do they really need 2 full weeks to test out 2.4? I don't think so. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Eric, which is why I'm continuing it in, because once I start leveling, I might get lucky with some of the early drops with the really low-level stuff. When I started this Sork, I actually had really good luck at the beginning with items. Unfortunately, weren't items I could use, but I got some early uniques that would have helped out on other characters. Yeah, Scrunchy. We could just hope they break their cycle and actually do something right for a change. So we'll see. What's up, Mark? Okay, so for tomorrow, I'm streaming again during the day, still working on this Grail stuff, and then in the evening, I will be doing the next iteration of 7 days with the community game. What's up, Banter? And then, I don't know, next week, a couple of guys were talking about it. I might do a League of Legends night just for the heck of it. I haven't played that game in like 4 years. But there's been some guys on Discord that have picked up and been playing a little bit of League of Legends while we wait for ladder. So I might throw in a League of Legends night next week just for the hell of it. Again, it might be a disaster. I haven't played it in like 4 years, so that it could be really bad. But I think it'll be fun. But yeah, we scratched off some items today. I'm closing that 50% mark. I should have it before 2.4 pretty easy. No, Mark. No. Mine. That's the only that's the only thing. If I play League of Legends, I get Teemo every pick. That's it. That's the only rule. Scholar is probably not a bad idea, dude. Yeah, Liam, it could happen, man. But yeah, that's the only rule. If we do a League of Legends night, I get to pick Teemo every time. Morgana's not bad. She's good mid. She's actually good support, bottom support. She's actually a decent support. But yeah, hit the like on the way out. I'm gonna grab some food. See what we got on the slate for tonight. We didn't even really get into food talk. It's kind of funny. But I'll be on again tomorrow at 3 for more Grail. And then we'll probably do another 7 days tomorrow night, and then next week we might open it up, play a little League just for the hell of it. But we'll see. We got pretty good interest on Discord right now. I think there's several guys that are playing League, just kicking it around while we wait. So we'll probably throw in a night for that, just for the hell of it. I think it'll be fun. If we could get 10 people, maybe we could do a custom game and play 5-on-5. But yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Y'all have a good one. Peace.